Yes, blessed love, family, blessed love. I think there's a delay on my good evening, members, good evening, family. This is going to be a lot shorter than Friday's live. I think there's some kind of delay on my computer. I'm using my other computer and it never ever acts properly. Because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at 0 people and thinking, okay, so no one's here. Good evening, Paula. Good evening, all. We don't necessarily have moderators in this particular section. I think we might have one tonight, but we don't feel the need for it here. We don't feel the need for it. We're waiting for Sister Lorraine to join us as well. Blessed love to you. I don't know why I'm not seeing the numbers because it looked like no one was there. I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes thinking, okay, Monday night and all of that, people. Yeah, I am smoking. I can see it coming across the screen. How are you doing, family? How are you doing? Let's get up close and intimate. Let's do that. I'm just going to find out where Sister is, make sure that she's queued up. She's not got any difficulties. I did speak to her a couple of hours ago. How was your Monday? How was your weekend? Wasn't that an explosive live on Friday? My goodness, I'm still recovering from that. The messages, people, it was just unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I don't think we've had one like that for a long time. Probably not since Dardest or that other fool that came on. What's his name? Daniel. We remember him, don't we? Monday's a difficult night. I really wanted to do it last night. It would have been a lot better. Would have been a lot better on Sunday, I think. I know Mondays are difficult for everybody. It's the start of the week. You're not really feeling it. And I don't know what's wrong with this computer. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you for whoever gave me that number. It says 0 at the moment. So I'm not quite sure why that is. I just want to kind of share a few things with you guys, We're going to listen to some more voice notes and we're going to talk to Sister. I also want to talk about this idiot called Milton McGowan. We do our research. We really do. You guys might have heard me mention him before, and also Sister Linnea mentioned him before. That's Afua Belly mentioned him before. And he's really been stalking our pages. Like, this guy is actually not well. And it turns out, and excuse me, I knew that he was friends with Vincent Ratt, but I did not know that he was friends with quite a few of the other perpetrators that I've called out, which is also very interesting. We've also located this idiot called who calls themselves Zawadi, the critique. And, not very clever, because a critique is what critics do. So if anything, you'd want to call yourself Zawadi the critic, no? Anyway, play on words, semantics, some might say, but I'm a bit of a stickler for things like that. Don't try to act as if you're more intelligent than what you are. So I just wanted to kind of, engage with you guys, make it a little bit more personal. I know Sister wants to share a message with you guys in private. So give me a second. I'm going to mute up. 10 is a beautiful number. It's nice and round. And yeah, it just feels way more intimate. It feels different, doesn't it, than Friday's lives? But yeah, thank you guys for your support. What I can announce as well, once I put the T-shirts up for the His Time Is Up March, I am going to be giving discounts to all the members. So you guys are going to get it cheaper. And you will actually hear things coming first as well. We're going to start announcing stuff on here that won't necessarily be on Instagram or the main live straight away. And that's kind of, we're still developing what this space looks like. And we are going to be looking at wider topics, not just the type of thing that we talk about normally on a Friday, things that affect us as a community, as women, as Black women. And I feel like here we can just be a little bit more authentic in some ways. Not that we're not authentic anyway, but it just feels like we can be a little bit more upfront and personal. Yeah. So give me 1 second, because I know I spoke to Sister about 2 hours ago and she was good to go. So I'm just going to find out where she is. Give me 1 second, family. Right, so sister's on her way. Sister's on her way. I don't know who in here used to be on the old Instagram lives when we used to do the lives when I was in Tanzania. I don't know if anyone's here. Oh, okay. Please hit the like. Thank you, Jaj. Thank you for that. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys in the room at the moment used to be on the old Instagram lives, right? And how gritty they were. Do you remember that? They were very, very gritty. And I used to sit there with my ice cream and my spliff and be cussing people and all kinds of stuff. I kind of miss those days because it was real. It was very real, less structured. But, you know, I am a bit of a rebel. And after much advice, it was said, you know what, Afua, go onto YouTube, make it a little bit more professional, a bit more structured, you know, use your skill set in that regard. And I did, but I kind of miss the old Instagram lives because they were so spontaneous. And I really liked that, you know. So, yeah, Milton McGowan. Whew, I'm going to wait till sister comes and we'll talk a little bit about that individual. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we've been doing a lot of digging on this person because they like to hide themselves. And a lot has come out, believe you me. A lot have come out. Internet connection wasn't great. Yeah, that was the only thing, Kay. Yeah, it's true. It used to mess up a lot because I think in Tanzania, they go up to about 4G if you're lucky, you know, and there was always a glitch and stuff. That is very true. But I liked it. It was very spontaneous and very easy to do, you know. Yeah, but I look back and I think, wow, come November, it will be 2 years since we started this live. It will be 2 whole years since we started the campaign, rather. It will be 2 whole years. So we've come a hell of a long way in that very short period of time. We really, really have. Sister is on, so I'm going to give her the floor. Bless up, sis.
Hi. Hello.
Hiya. You got your camera off today.
Yeah, it's not. I can't get it on for some strange reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, all
that
kinds.
Is weird, isn't it? Yeah, I think there's a whole group going on with this membership lounge. Really, I've emailed. Yeah. I've emailed YouTube because. Yeah, I've emailed YouTube, so I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's at their end, but something's not right with it anyway. Some people can see the join button, some people can't.
Right.
But we've literally got like, I think 10 people in the room.
Really?
6 to 10. Yeah, which is lovely. So it's nice and and intimate tonight, sis. Nice and intimate. We'll be having no interruptions, no trolls, no nobody chatting rubbish. No. Oh, sister's gone. Device is not connected, it says. Oh dear. Yo, this thing is not working tonight, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about this one because we do want to give people value for their money. You know, you're paying for a service, and I take that very seriously. Still not getting any sound. Oh, that is. Oh, you're back again, sis. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, something has come up.
I'm gonna switch to my other laptop while I'm still on here. So just give me 1 second because maybe that's it. I really don't know what's happening here. 1 second, sis.
Okay.
Now it's coming on. Brilliant. We can see you.
Close.
We can see you. Love the hair. Loving the funky.
Yeah, I had to set myself free. I took it all out not long after the show, to be fair. It's like, Hi.
I think we've mainly got regulars in here tonight. We really do. I think there might be a delay on this laptop, you know, but then you said you couldn't connect your thing. I wonder if it's to do with this laptop.
I don't know what
I'm
it was.
going to switch it. I don't even like the way the color on this or anything. It's just gets on my nerves, this laptop. It really does. It really, really does. Hold on a second. So, baby Afua, as you guys call her, wants to say hi. And I said, you know what? You can say hi on this one because I pretty much know all the names in here. I don't think there's any rogues in here at the moment. So, say hi, baby. Who wants to say hi? This is baby Afua. This is my baby girl. You've wanted to do that for a long time, haven't you, darling? Yeah. This is my 11-year-old, gorgeous as anything.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a bit. Yes, indeed. She loves her social media, this one, honestly. Loves the social media. Really. Yes, sister.
Yes. Sorry, I'm distracted. My friend's trying to get in. She's saying, do I have to have my camera on? No.
No, she doesn't have to have her camera on. Not unless she's joining. Is she getting? She's not got the StreamYard link, is she? Is she
I sent it to her.
Oh, she wants to come on to it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right, you can go. Because we're going to talk about big people things. Yes, family. Right, I'm still going to try and get onto my other computer and then we'll turn this one off. And we'll see. Because I think it works better on my old laptop. The new one, you know, sometimes new things aren't always good, are they?
No, that's right.
Exactly.
Page.
So yeah, if she wants to come in, sister, basically, family, sister's got a message that she wants to give to people. That's what you said earlier on, isn't it, sis? There's an actual message that we want to put out to everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, firstly, I want to, I mean, I know there's only a few people here, but I do want to thank you all for listening to me, for all that time, you know, and I know that it's 99.9% that believe me, that hear my story. But I just wanted to explain that I've come on here not just to expose Kelvin Savaroach, but it's also to expose the system and how I mean, I haven't written anything down, but I got to a stage in my journey where I just couldn't do it on my own anymore. And I kept knocking on the doors. I kept doing everything the government tell you to do, everything the police tell you to do. I just kept, you know, I have been relentless. And it was just to say it's not obeying. I'm not on here thinking it's some kind of baying platform for abusers, because I clearly see that it's not. And I appreciate that. What I have done is I've given Afua permission to display the letter, the email that I sent to the mayor. I'm
going to put all of those up on Friday's live, sis. Like I said, like we said on Friday, there's going to be a part 2 and a part 3 because this story can't be told in one sitting. It really can't. So I'll be doing that on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know there are doubters in there, and actually, I'm so glad I'm on here tonight because
there ain't no doubters in the room tonight, sis. Not in this room. No.
but yeah, I've given permission to display the email I sent to the mail. It's there in black and white. The emails I've sent to the police, they're there in black and white. And I just shouldn't. I got to the stage where it's kind of crazy. One of my friends said it's like a movie that's playing out here. But I tell you what, this ain't no movie. This is a real deal. Ooh, what's that? Okay, I don't know if anybody else can hear me.
I was switching computers. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I know this is going to be. It's been a long journey so far. But I know this is going to be an incredibly long journey, and I'm just so glad I've got your support, because Afua, you've clearly been taking on the establishment since you started this. And yeah, I've been trying to take on the establishment, but I'm blessed now that I've got this support, and I have nothing to hide. Everything that I can share, I will share. And yeah, I actually look forward to this, because yeah, I needed a community that.
You took the words right out of my mouth, sister. We all need a community with this. We really, really do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not an easy fight. It's really, really not. And,
it's not easy at all.
What we're up against. When you look at this guy, Kelvin, whatever his name is, Sabadouche. Let's call him Kelvin Sabadouche, the douchebag. You know, when you look at individuals like him, there's so many abusers in our community like him. You know, he's not unique, is he? And that's what's so scary, I think. You know, because there's even when you were talking, sis, there were so many echoes of that little girl that you just saw, baby Afua's dad, to be fair. She's gone now, she's in the next room, so she can't hear me. But you know, there was so many echoes of it. There really was. When he got talking, I was mad triggered.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I was triggered. I wanted to actually cuss him off. You know, especially when he kept calling me girl.
Yeah,
and you know, just like really like derogatory,
girl, darling. Oh, and you even missed the bit when he said she needs to behave herself.
I didn't. Yeah, remember we talked about that earlier. Like the man actually said, "You need to behave yourself." I wish I had caught it, because that's classic, isn't it? You need. Well, what if I don't? What if I don't behave myself? Right? What then?
You gonna do?
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna pick up this ashtray and I'm gonna bang you in the head with it. That's what he told me once. Watch it. This ashtray, I'm gonna bang, and it's them marble ashtrays from the 60s when we were growing up. One of them.
Yes. Wow. That's
while I'm sitting at my computer doing the government work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Robert Blake says perseverance is our weapon. I just love when the brothers join in, you know.
So do I.
When the good black men join in, I just absolutely love it. Thanks, Robert, for that. You know, sis, you're a queen amongst queens, honestly. You really are. And you handled yourself superbly. You handled yourself superbly with that nasty man. I mean, like, I don't even know where to start with him. I actually don't know where to start.
You see, one thing, and I say to everyone, one thing, he will never, what he wanted and why he came on, part of it was to have that dialogue. He thought he would be getting a dialogue with me. He will never, ever get a dialogue with me. He never has done since the 1st of November, 2020. I will not feed that narcissist. I won't.
There it is. That's what's killing him. That's what's killing him.
And you know, plus what else is killing him, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what I've done. He now doesn't know what the other victim turned perpetrator now has done. He doesn't. So yeah. It's all...
Yeah, that's what hurts them. When they're narcissistic in nature like that, it's all about control knowing your every move, you know, and he's lost that control, and you could hear it. You could hear he had, because all he was doing was like lashing out, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Sister Paula says after her testimonial, she felt like a brand new person, and she says that you're doing a fantastic job, Lorraine. Can you see?
Thank
Can you see the comments at your end? I don't think you can you?
I can't see them. I can't see them here.
No, you wouldn't be able to on the stream.
Oh,
you can't see them. Yeah, thanks for that, Paula.
Yeah,
you can see when I put it on the screen, though, can't you?
They're coming up. Yeah, where you're putting.
All right, when I put it on the screen, you can actually see it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
MG says, "Ain't got strength for man." Ain't got strength for the man. They taught their way out. And also, this is an interesting one, because Robert says, "You ever see him fight another man?" That's a really key question. Have you ever seen him fight another man?
I've never seen him fight another man. I've seen him, like, his intimidating behavior. I've seen that. But I've never seen him fight another man. I wouldn't want to see him fight another man. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
no, but of course you haven't, because he's not going to bring it to men the way he brings it to you,
exactly.
Right? That's the point. Exactly. And it's such a key question, because time and time we see that. And I used to see that with my ex, you know, and well, my mouth is not my own, so I used to tell him a lot. And I used to tell him, "You're a gal. That's what you are. Come, let's roll, because you're a girl." You know. They are weak.
He told me one day, he said to me, "You're too much woman for me." And I said, "That's right. And you ain't enough man for me.
There it is.
Come out of my house. I beg you do." And no, he's still there.
Things I used to say to my baby father perpetrator, I can't even repeat my sister on here. It's just too low down. But you know, you fall into the depths of this toxic, dark energy
coming out of your mouth.
Coming out of your mouth.
I've never spoken like the way I spoke in that relationship. I've never spoken. I've never been spoken to like that, and I've never. And know, that's where you have to check yourself, isn't it, Afua?
Because 100%.
Sometimes you have no choice but to give that, and then you have to get yourself ready, and then go out in the world, and
that's it. And switch back to the real you. You know, it's not healthy. And that's the kind of conclusion that you come to. This isn't healthy. As much as I think I'm in control of it, and he wouldn't dare lick me down, even though I know that he's done that to other women and blah, 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 blah. You stand your ground. But how toxic is that? That's not the way to live.
No.
Controlling.
And that is why, in lots of ways, I know this is divine intervention, because like I said, I lived for 56 years. And dealt with the most toxic people in the world in my profession, and from reading, and you know, there's a reason why this has happened. So, and I think following up with this, being linked into you, the things that have happened to me from the police, the government,
it's all leading up to the moment.
I'm bringing them down. I said
everything leads up to the moment in our lives. It really, really does. And we're going to be coming out strong on October the 16th. It's going to be double bigger than it was last year. Last year we had a good little turnout. There was probably,
I saw on the videos. Yeah.
At best, I think at its peak it was probably around 400 people, which was good enough for me. But I know we're going to double that this year, and we're going to have a show of force in that area, because it isn't just about the pedophiles and the historic rape. It's also about what we're talking about, the perpetrators, the everyday man them that think they can ill-treat women. That's the part that I want to kind of push a lot more, because there's a lot of sisters suffering in silence. And it's like, what do you do about that? There's a lot of embarrassment and shame that goes with that as well. Our children are affected, especially our girl children, or it's not even especially girl children. I'm being subjective.
I know what you're saying, though. Different difficulties.
I love you, Sister Paula. Paula says he was punching above his weight. Damn right he was.
I put something. That's funny you say that, because I put something on my. You know, you have your profile, and it said, I put
keeps going on.
Men who punch above their weight, men who abuse and punch above their weight, end up getting knocked out. And
I like that one. You'll have to send me that. I might post it.
Definitely it. Yeah, I put it on my my profile for once when in a moment when I could learn how to do it.
Send me that post because I'd love to
I
put that
will.
up. It's so true. So true. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught last week, sis. I need my charger. My little one keeps taking my charger out of my room because she breaks every single charger head that I get her. She needs to give it to me now. Yeah, I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago when myself and a sister, her channel's called Afro Belly, but her name's Linnea, and we were talking about a character called Milton McGowan.
Yes.
I don't know if you caught that. Yeah,
only a little bit.
That is one perpetratory individual, and I tell you, I'm going to talk about him fully on Friday, but we've got back some information because we've been doing a lot of digging about this individual, and I'm just gobsmacked because you know what, we kind of predicted it was exactly how we thought it was. It was exactly how we thought it was.
And
myself.
He comes on the channel. He comes on the channel.
Well, he comes to kind of troll and stalk. But what happened was, Sister came on to share her story about her experience of being raped in Jamaica. She grew up in Jamaica. She was born here, grew up in Jamaica, and she came to talk about an individual called Ramon Kalai.
Yeah.
And on the back of that live, he jumped onto her page and DM'd her and was like, I need to talk to you about Afua Rose. She's a charlatan. She's whatever. So Sister put him in his place. And after that, he started trolling her, telling people that she's a rip-off merchant, not to give to her GoFundMe. Why? Why are you on the page singling out women so you can perpetrate on them? What's that about? You know? So
it's the boldness of them, it's the arrogance. Like, but they only do that because they're backed up. They're backed up by too many people.
Too many people. That's the issue. But what we found out, I knew that he was a good friends with Vincent Rat. He actually told me that because I spoke to him a few times. I entertained him. He'd call me randomly when I was in Tanzania at the beginning of the campaign, when it was all about Vincent Rat, to kind of, you know, debate. And it was interesting, the conversation a lot of the time. But then he kind of got bright. You see, the veil always drops with these people. He got kind of bright, and we disagreed because he tried to call Vincent Rat a hero. And I was like, you can't say that. The man is not a hero. He was trying to give his argument. I was giving mine. And because he wasn't really getting anywhere with me, he couldn't manage me, basically. He started shouting at me down the phone over the Facebook Messenger call. I'm not got his number. Right? So I put him in his, I got ratchet on him because that's triggering for me. I said to him, don't you dare shut the F up. That's what I said to him. Don't shout at me. You remind me of my last baby father. Yeah? Don't do it. Is it a Brixton thing? Because he's from Brixton. Is it a Brixton thing? Like, why you lot talk to women like you're bridging them on the road? Like, I'm not used to this. Because there is a thing. And I was like, oh. So anyway, he got shirty and he was like, I used to fancy you. Now I don't. And I went to him, F off. You're going on like it's some kind of privilege. Like you're just a picture without a face. I don't even know who you are. I don't care.
Also, are you supposed to be flattered and think, oh, I missed out? Right? Their egos are like, they're just,
absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So anyway, we found out that this guy, hey, 1 second, sis. So we've basically found out, we've been doing a bit of digging on him. Now, you see these people, they put themselves in the firing line because had you just had that conversation and gone away, nothing would be said about you. Had you not singled out a sister sharing her pain on this page, on this platform, nothing would have been said about you. So the fact that he's been behaving in this way has caused us to do some digging. And what's come back is that Milton McGowan, and I'm going to repeat it on Friday's live where it's open and public because he will be there. He is somebody to be careful of, is what we've been told by a couple of people. He will try to tarnish your well-being due to his self-created sad life by smoking Class A drugs for the last 30 years. Old prison bird, used to operate down the cross, King's Cross, and he used to put vulnerable young girls on the game. He's a ponce. and he's a crackhead. I'm sorry for those of that survived that horrible addiction, but that's what he is. He's a nasty piece of work. He's never ever even paid his children any mind. He's abusive. He's an abuser. And the thing is, the sister called it, because a lot of people don't realize sister's very, Linnea, she's very spiritual. And she called it. She said to me, "You've offended him. He's a perpetrator." And I was like, "Do you think so?" He is.
And he is. Wow.
And he knows Mark Mackay. He knows Buzzer. He knows all of these people.
All of them, because they're all in the same
together. Pot. Yeah, they're all in the same pot, sis. They really are all in the same pot. But yeah, there's I remember I was saying to you that we did a live. I can't even remember if it was on Instagram or if it was when we started on here, because we've only been on YouTube about just under a year, maybe just over, over a year. We were always on Instagram lives before this.
Yeah.
Right, and that's been going kind of 2 years or nearly. There's a lot that's happened. And we've called out a lot of people. When I look back on it, I think it's running into like 50 something now.
Really? Wow.
That we've actually exposed. Unbelievable. And they just keep popping up. They keep popping up. I'm fully expecting this year for Vincent Rat to turn up again. I mean, he's the classic. He's the classic.
He had the audacity to do that because he turned up last year, right?
I reckon he'll turn up again. I do. I think he'll turn up again. He can't stay away. He still believes in his crazy mind that Brixton belongs to him. But then again, I don't know. Is anybody that stupid?
Surely, I don't know. Well, Kelvin came on the live, didn't he? They're dumbass.
I was going to say, is anyone that masochistic?
They are that stupid. They are that stupid.
Yeah, it's not even stupidity. It is a narcissistic trait. They cannot help it. You know, they are clinical narcissists. They've got diagnosis, which obviously hasn't reached them yet. But I will say that they need diagnosis. They're not well. And let's not forget that we kind of ban the term narcissism around quite freely now. But it is a mental health condition.
It is, and it's serious as well.
It's very
it's
serious.
A serious condition that, and there's different levels to it, but
there sure
it's a serious condition. And don't get me wrong, I'm not. It's not to mitigate them, but there's still. It's abhorrent. But this narcissism is. You can't never control a narcissist. The only way to beat a narcissist is not to feed them, not to feed them, not to feed them.
Ignore them. That is the worst thing. Ignoring them and exposure of their dirty works. That's what they hate the most. They won't thrive in that environment at all.
Nah.
You know. And you know, let's remember, like you said, there's different levels to narcissism. There are extremes to it. Every serial killer or psychopath has narcissistic personality.
Narcissistic traits,
So you can kind of understand then the base of that condition. You know, they all have that kind of psychopathic personality. It might not be homicidal, like a real serial killer. They might want to kill people, but they all have that destructive nature to be able to overcome people, empower them, and destroy them. Because that's ultimately what their aim is to break you down. They can't help themselves at all.
Yeah. It reminds me of so many situations. And there was one, I mean, I don't know if my friend, if she'd managed to get in, but I'd called her to come to the house because I was scared he was coming. She came to the house and she was basically trying to mediate, but he was like, yeah, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And he's talking and talking. And she said to me, didn't you notice? He kept looking, because I've got a big mirror in my front room. She said, every time he's doing it, he kept checking himself in the mirror. And I'm like, I didn't even notice. She said, yes, I was watching him. He's like, he's over me and saying, I never did this. But he kept looking at himself in the mirror.
That is literally narcissist, isn't it? You know, for those of you who don't know, the term narcissist comes from the Greek mythology of Narcissus, who fell in love with his own image in the mirror, in the river.
Okay.
That's where the term comes from. It's from Greek mythology. So look at that. He's literally Narcissus. What the hell?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So he was arguing with her and abusing her and checking his image while he was doing that?
He'd been abusing me. He'd been abusing me.
Oh, sorry, I missed this. I missed the beat there, sis. This is Kelvin we're talking about.
This is Kelvin. He'd been abusing me, and I'd called her to say he's coming to the house. So she came to the house, and yeah, he's standing like over me and like, and he was checking himself in the mirror. Yeah.
That's the level.
But even if we think about that incident in Durnsford Park, man was in the gaff. I'm a king. She's a whore. I'm a king. He's saying in front of. If you couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. No,
you really can't make it up. Wow.
No, you couldn't.
I mean, wow. That's thrown me a little bit. Like the man was checking himself in the mirror, and still, you know, you're doing these things, and you think that you have rights to come on and actually show your shameful face. Like, wow. Yeah, there's no shame in that, is there? None whatsoever. I wonder what it was like for him at work today.
Surely, my son used to drive the buses, many years ago. There was one, I know one of his friends was on the chat. Yeah. And she said she's going to management first thing.
Yeah, that's what I saw that. I saw that message. Yeah. And our email went off to TFL. Okay. So I'll be following that up and making sure, because I don't think that he should be in a position where he's meeting members of the public with his Emma. Not at all. Can you imagine how he chirps women from that flaming bus? I can well imagine. I mean, bus drivers are kind of, you know, a little bit fruity the best of times. Some of those the buses, you know what I mean?
But generally, they're harmless, right?
Generally, they're harmless. They might just, you know, get a little bit fresh, but that's about it. Yeah. So somebody like him, that's probably his hunting ground. Sorry, I've got to put out this comment here. Sister Paulie, you're not easy enough. Who says rat needs to get stuck on that rat glue? They said. Oh, sis, do you want to see what's happened to your friend? I'd love to hear from her.
I don't know if she's in.
Can she get in?
Let me see.
And also, sis is very open for anyone that wants to come on. Even if you still want to keep your camera off in this small setting, you can. But if you want to ask questions or share some of your own experiences, you know, just as a show of strength, please do that. We haven't got many women in, but many people, full stop. But I know there's probably at least out of this cohort, you're going to get probably half that have experienced similar things at the hands of some man or another.
Yeah. You know, I don't think she's in.
No, she's definitely not in. I would have seen her.
I was going to. She said, allow me. Oh, she's going to try again.
Is it the camera situation?
Yeah.
It's the camera situation.
Yeah.
Robert says the family are divided right now because some can't take the shame of it, and this I have seen with my own eyes. Are you talking about the family of Rat, my brother? I do know they're divided for sure. Brother says I went to a 9-night and some of his family were there, but they were divided in the place. Some on one side of the room and others on the other side. And the other out said many funny looks, but no words. This is the problem with our community, you know. We got chests for the wrong things.
I know.
You know what I mean? And I'll tell you another thing, you see our Windrush parents, it won't be like that. Some auntie somewhere will be cussing him off in the middle of the place and don't care who he is.
Yeah.
But what is it? Have we become too English? Are we too reserved?
We are. Because
I think that's what it is.
Those perpetrators, they get protection from the police. Do you know what I mean? They get away with what they do. Also, there's the English narrative. It's not now about anything happened before, and the good people are out there. You know, if you think about it, back in those days, there's always been abusers, right? But people like the gangsters and the sticks, man. I mean, they used to protect us. They never, even if we wasn't in that, once they knew, I grew up in South Tottenham. I was born in Ferndale Road, number 6. I grew up. I'm not part of that life, but that's where I grew in the community. I knew a lot of people, and I knew that I could walk safely. I could go into any dance. And even if they didn't know me, they knew where my father's shop was.
Yeah.
They knew where, and we were protected.
Yeah.
But the gangsters and those old men that have turned, the men now of our age, there's just too many of them that have fell into this English way. And when you think about the country as a whole, look at the narrative that they're putting on the male. Not to be like masculine.
It's interesting you say that, because I grew up not very far away from you,
Really?
just over the other side in Forest Gate, not too far, just
not too far.
Little spin through Hackney and you're there.
Yeah.
And we had very different experiences,
Mm.
than South London, I'm saying, because all of this stuff that's coming out of Brixton, you're right. I felt protected by the bad man them of our era. Yeah, I did as well growing up. They wouldn't let you fall by the wayside. Even if they saw you in the dance, they would put you in your place or whatever it was, as a younger girl. No, all the families knew each other. I don't know why. And that's not to say that things weren't going on. Of course, there were violations taking place. We're not saying it's exclusive to South London, but it seemed to be much more prolific, the violation of women over there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm finding, and when I speak to sisters like yourself, who we're from the same sort of era, you've been my sort of big sister's age. It's the same experience. You're going, you know what? They weren't really violating us like that.
No,
the guys in our neighborhood.
Not to this extent.
Not to that extent, no.
Or maybe
and I do remember that if somebody did a wrong and like that, the rest of the man then would deal with him. Even when Vincent Rack came to Tottenham, I was part of the cohort that brought Khalid Mohammed into this country when the Home Office had banned him. Long story. But Vincent Rack turned up at Broadwater Farm Estate at that event and tried to go on with some badness. And one of the farmmen then ran him out of there with a Desert Eagle gun. He had to leave. He used to go on certain ends like Tottenham, Dalston, and try to take over. Ran him out of town. Ran out of town. Do you understand? So this is why when I started with him, I said, he's you lot's bogeyman. He ain't mine. I'm not from Brixton. He's not my bogeyman. He's your bogeyman. And it's time that Brixton gave up the ghost. Do you understand? There's something going on there. I don't know. I know there's a few Brixtonites in the room right now, but I know what I'm talking about because I used to see this man control Brixton and everyone was frightened of him. Everyone was kind of like, you're right, and scared of him. And I used to think, like, do you know what I mean? What is this?
It's crazy.
Kind of thing. So there was definitely something quite specific.
Yeah.
Something very specific about across the water.
Culture of Brixton.
Of that demographic. Yeah. I mean, we all used to call it Dirty South, those that worked for Brixton, right? I think there was a good reason for that. So it was just very interesting. And I just thought, okay, it's time that you just took him off his throne, really. And I think that the women, I don't claim that because Rat turned up way before I did at Windrush Square last year. I was, unbeknown to people, I was round the back, kind of opposite St. Matthew's in the security car waiting before I came out. And a lot of women had already gathered and we had eyes on the place. And, we had a scout going backwards and forwards telling me what was going on. And then I got told, Rat's here. I went, oh my goodness, Rat is actually here. And I started to get a bit concerned for the sisters who were there. They went, no, you don't need to be concerned. They're dealing with him. They got their trainers on. They got their umbrellas. They're not having it. I said, yes, man. I just love my sisters. The sisters, and these are women in their 50s and 60s. They weren't having it. So they dealt with him. They really dealt with him.
We have to. I can't wait for the march in October. I can't wait. I love to travel, right? And I'm always like, I'll just be like, I'm gone. I go 3 weeks, I'm gone. I've got that date. Big red circle in my diary. I'm not leaving the country. I'm here.
Well, you can't leave the country, sis, because we need you to do a keynote speech, remember? So sister's going to be speaking at the march, people.
I will. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Robert, because he run off the yardies. That Robert says because he run off the yardies, that were having up some of the weaker lineman them. So once he did that, the dynamics changed there and then. Yeah, I get that, but still, this kind of, you know what it is? I feel like Brixton has a sort of crowd mentality. It's a village mentality. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, if you get that status, it will never die. You know,
that's right.
It
If
have
you
been
get
dealt
in that
with a
poison.
long time ago, and there were stronger men in the community that he'd never messed with. You know,
Oh,
we saw
yeah.
similar patterns in Dalston. Dalston had a front line. Ladbroke Grove had a front line. You know, people got their stripes for whatever reason, but they couldn't come and be wrong uns in the community. They'd be
No,
right
that's
there,
what I'm saying. We
farm,
used to go
Broadwater Farm,
Dalston front line. You know, they couldn't. That's right. There were boundaries to the badness, if you see what I mean. That's how it was. But now in 2022, like, yes, I guess it's their history catching up with them, but there's such a culture of it is still that it's a 21st century enslaved culture. Do it all behind closed doors. Don't let anybody know. It's the same thing from
slavery. We've been from
40s.
slavery days. It's the plantation. Massa raped you. You dare not speak out, right?
Exactly.
You dare not speak out. If you got a beating, you dare not speak out.
Yeah.
And I just feel that that's become, you know, ingrained in us as a people. It has. And also the Christianity as well, because our mums were all about the shame and the pride. And that comes from that Christian, that kind of fundamentalist Christian mentality. That's not helpful.
They instilled in us. No.
That's not what
and that's the other thing why I said I'm not just doing this just to expose Kelvin, because the system is designed that way. And I mean, this is what I wanted to explain to people. I know about Clare's Law, and it is when they tell you, they say to you, you are not allowed to tell anybody. And the reason that they give for that is for when it goes to trial, when a person goes to trial, their previous convictions are not privy to the jury. So once you know about Clare's Law, you as the victim, you have to hold all of that information for years and years until it goes to trial. And, you know, that to me is in itself wrong. Yes, Clare's Law, it saved my life. However, how long am I going to wait? How long am I going to wait? It's nearly 2 years now. I've been living with this information, knowing that he's out there. He's previously done worse than what he did to me, but he's driving the bus. That makes sense. That's how they enslave us. Even the law is an ass anyway, and this is a classic example of that. There's a guy. He's written a book called The Secret Barrister. And he's brought out another one, but I'm going to send my things to him as well and see. Let's see if there's a response. You know, I sent my thing to the mayor.
It's an old boys club, sis. It's an old boys club. So it wasn't really meant to be any other way, really. Robert makes the point that it was the security firm that gave Rat the notoriety. You're very right, Robert. And you're right, it was the bad man them and the fighters that was in the security group that, you know, gave this little man some legs, because he's just a little man. You look on him and you think, really?
I know when I saw him on the video, I thought, oh.
I mean, now I could pitch him over myself, like, seriously. I wanted him to approach a stage. I was actually not happy that the police had held him back on that occasion. I know they were there to do that. But I thought, oh, if only you got closer to the stage. I had on a pair of DMs and I would have take up my foot and kick him straight in his face. I can tell you that for nothing. I would have. I was really relishing the thought. But it didn't happen. If he comes again and tries to get near the stage, I will do that. It's not the security, really. It's not the security that will have him. It's us as women. And I think that would be quite symbolic, actually, if that were to happen.
It would be, wouldn't it? It would be. It really would.
It was quite a moment. I don't think your sister-in-law's going to get in, sis.
No, I don't think she said she'll get back to me, but she hasn't. So yeah, I think I know she's been visiting somebody in hospital, so I reckon now she's probably just getting herself ready.
There's a lot of people sick at the moment. Apparently, this COVID is coming back, isn't it?
Yeah, I've known a couple of people that have had it, but they've recovered quick. You know, they've had it for a week and
it seems to have lost its bite, I think, from before. I'm going to put the link in. Someone says, Guan Queen Afua, like, you lot don't know me, you know. I'm a little scrapper from East London. That's who I am. Don't watch it.
Oh my gosh.
That's my core. It's not who I am now, actually. When I was younger, I was very much like that. That's the link. If anyone wants to jump on and have a chat, because that's what tonight's about. And I don't want it to run on. It's a weeknight. We've all got work in the morning. I know I'm knackered. And so, yeah.
We've been going nearly an hour already.
Isn't it? Right. I looked and I thought, oh my God, where did that go? It like
it's
that.
10:30. Yeah.
10:30. It's crazy. Yeah, I've got to go and get settled down. So there's the link if anyone wants to jump on and have a chat. Will I play the voice notes? Let's save it for Friday when we know that they're watching, actually. Let's save it for Friday. I am going to put up a couple as posts, actually, during the week in the Members Lounge, guys. Okay. So if I don't do that, please, my head is light with I just forget everything with this menopause situation. Everything goes out of my head. So please DM me and say, Afua, where's the post you said you was going to put up in the Members Lounge? So please, I beg you, do that for me, yeah?
Afua, can I ask while we're on here,
sure,
just with the post, like the voicemail, the one that you put out, and he was saying, yeah, you gone to, there's no station at Ivy's. If there are any with the name Ivy.
The name, no. Yeah. Do you know what? When I listened it back, I didn't realize he'd even said the name when I first listened to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have definitely put that. Yeah. I would have put that out, seriously.
But anything else is fine. Any other names or whatever is fine.
I literally didn't even, because he speaks really quickly and like kind of muffled in a way. So it's not until it played on the live, I thought, oh my God, who's Ivy? And then you qualified it.
Yeah. Because, so that's the only one.
I apologize to her for that. I hope she wasn't too out of sorts with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely put up some. I can get them edited, and I'll listen to them more carefully, I think, and make sure that there aren't anybody else's names, because he seems to like to call names, doesn't he? Seems to like to bring
people because he never dreamed that I've got the recordings. He has no idea. If he hadn't been such a bully and such an abuser, I would have had every single recording message from the whole 2 years. But there was an incident where he just kept barraging me and like about my phone, and then in the end I just said I give up. So when you change your phone and you lose all your WhatsApp if you don't save it to the cloud.
I hate that.
And that was his intention, because he knew that his days were numbered. He knew that he had things set up outside of here. So he, like I said, he has no idea, because didn't you hear him ask as well, like, what have you got? What evidence have you got?
Yeah, he's scared. He's very, very scared.
Oh, of course he is. He is
very, very scared. Somebody asked, have you heard from Sensi, the colleague? I think their name was Sensi in the chat, wasn't it? The colleague from his workplace. Have you heard anything? Somebody's asking.
No. And I spoke to my son today as well. He hasn't heard. That's the colleague. Yeah, he hasn't heard.
Yeah, Sensi. Yeah, but I'm sure they've done what they said they were going to do, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they must have. Surely.
It is what it is.
I wish I could know if he actually did turn up. I don't know.
Right, for work, you mean? Right. He ain't going nowhere. He's not going anywhere, my sister. He's not. No. So yeah, it's an hour. We're on the hour, just over. If no one's going to jump in or hasn't got any questions, we're going to lock off. I don't know what your fix like on Friday, sis. If your friend wants to come on Friday, might be easier for people. But we are going to feature somebody else as well. There's another one coming up. I'm just kind of finalizing. I'm hoping there is. finalizing things at the moment. I've got this Tony Clark case as well. Like, people, honestly, what a nasty piece of work.
Tony
What a
Clark.
nasty piece of, yeah,
Tony
this Tony
Clark.
Clark character from Brixton area.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to run care homes at one called Vassal House.
Oh, I know that name. Yes, I know the
You
name.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Well, he allegedly abused girls in his care, and boys. He used to beat the boys up and rape the girls while he ran a care home in Lambeth. So we've been showcasing him quite a bit, and now he's taking me to court for defamation. Lovely. So there's a lot of paperwork and stuff like that I need to get in this week for that case, and it's going to be quite a busy week as usual. It's been non-stop from the time I touched back into this country. I had it in my mind that I was going to come back and do the march and leave by Christmas. Today is, a lot of people thought I came back on the day. I got back here, like, or on the day, or maybe a couple of days before or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
That was in October. I actually got back a year today. I got back on the 1st of August. I was here from the August, putting everything in place and working in the background with only those who knew. There was a very small amount of people that knew I was in the country. I was hiding out in the Kent Hills. A sister of mine has got a lovely house up in the Kent Hills. Me and my daughter were there. Do you know what I mean? My house was still being rented because I rented it out when I went to Africa. And do you know what I mean? It was just a crazy journey. That was absolutely mad. I'd go out at night into Brixton, like, in disguise. It was, but you know, it was mad. But at the same time, it was serious because my life was under threat. They were,
of course,
left, right, and center, rats, people, him. Do you know what I mean? I'd get DMs, like, not, I keep saying DMs. You know, Facebook Messenger, they can call you.
Yes,
People calling me in the middle of the night in Tanzania. We were 2-3 hours ahead of England, and I'd be getting these calls in the middle of the night saying, you know, shut your mouth, bitch, and all of this stuff.
God,
you know, so really. It was, you know, my whole family, my daughter, my son was really upset. Don't go nowhere, mum. Don't do this march. They're gonna hurt you. My older daughter's a Pisces, so she's really she can get quite emotional and intense, and you know, she was imagining all sorts of stuff. It was my last 2 daughters actually that were the real soldiers in this, and they were going, "Go on,
really,
mum." You know what I mean?
Do it.
This little one here. She was like, "I'm so proud of you, mummy. You're an influencer." And I'm like, "I don't know what that is, darling. I'm not."
You are an influencer. You are. But it's almost like you're a secret influencer because, like I said, when I saw that Ratty post, like, how long ago? Like you said, what is it? 2 years ago?
It's gonna be 2 years in November. Yeah.
I was like, this woman. She's just but. After the Ratty post, and I remember asking a few people and stuff like that, I never knew what you was doing.
Do you know what?
A lot of people
believe when they go, "Oh, you're on social media because you want to get clout." I didn't even know how to use Instagram when this started. And what a lot of people don't realize is that I've got a key brethren in Brixton who I've known for 30 odd years. He's really one of my good friends, my best friends. And he was in a group called Brixton Mandem. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And also I have a sister who just knows absolutely everyone. She lives in America now. She's been there for 20 years, but she just knows everybody. She had over 2,500 people on her Facebook. And I dropped the video on them. They made the video go viral. It started going viral in Brixton from the night before. Okay. And then my daughter said to me, "Mum, put it on your Instagram." And I was like, I've got one post on the Instagram, 88 friends and family. The post on the Instagram is like 3 years old. What do I do? How do I use this thing? And she sat there with me and built it and put it on there, and it just went berserk after that. It went berserk. So actually, I don't take the credit for that video. I think my brethren in Brixton made that video go viral because once it dropped in the Brixton Mandem group, it went mad on WhatsApp first. So you probably got it on WhatsApp.
I did, yeah. I got it on WhatsApp. And and I remember I saved it. Of course I saved it. But then I remember trying to find it. just a few weeks ago, I was trying to find it. I was trying to remember your name. I said to a couple of my friends, "Don't you remember that woman that exposed Ratty?" And you know, and they're like, "Yeah. What was her name?" I'm saying, "What was her name? Please, I can't remember." I put in. I knew it was I'd put in Afra, Aftis, but and I don't know how I couldn't remember, because it's not like it's a difficult name, Rose, but. Yeah,
a lot of people thought my name. I'm a computer nerd now. Really, I feel like I am. I do. I'm like, look what I've done.
But you are.
But a lot of people thought my name was Afro because of the way I said it.
Yes,
Afro.
Yeah.
So they were looking for Afro, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for as well. And then I'm thinking, was it Afro? Yeah, but over here, I'm so glad.
We're glad we're here. We're glad we're here, sis. Oh, blessed love, Toya. I'm gonna call you, sis. You're late because we're about to go off, sis. No worries, but I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit that sister up because sister was telling me something interesting about another Savarosh. So I kind of want to get the SP on that. It seems to be a family trait with these people.
Probably Simpson's Savaroch.
Oh, you know him.
Because
baby love. There you go. You know about it then. Wow.
Yeah. Simpson Savaroch. I met Kelvin through the woman that was abused by Simpson Savaroch. She's his sister. He was abusing her from when after her stepdad abused her for years. He was abusing her from about, I think it was about the age of 12, 13. He's the eldest one in the family. Yeah.
Okay.
The mother absolutely.
I've got another DM about him, you know. I thought, okay, so Toya's saying, no, she was talking about Dion. She says, no, Dion.
Who?
Dion Savarosh. Sister's saying it's Dion.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. But I couldn't, I've never, because I don't speak to Joan anymore, the woman that Simpson abused. But I heard a rumor about it, but I don't have anything to do with that family.
It says he's the one with the cut ear. He's got a cut ear or something.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely. She was 12. Oh,
yeah.
That's a trigger number for me, because that little girl there is going to be 12 quite soon, and it's just, I'm just like, oh my god. If you lot want to see, do you remember that guy that killed Lee Rigby?
Yes.
Like, in front of the world. That would be me. That would be me. I would just go berserk. I really would. I couldn't. If you want to see me, I'm gonna lose my shit. Trouble that little girl there, especially my little wash belly. Are you mad? The others are, they've come through unscathed, but I can't even imagine.
Boy.
The men in the family. You often find that though, don't you? It runs through the family, because there is always some early trauma for those little boys. There is. We talked a lot. I was going to say earlier, actually, we did an Instagram live about it when the victim becomes the perpetrator.
Yes.
And we get it that these men have more than likely been abused in their own time. But my problem is when you then turn into a perpetrator yourself, there's no more grace for you. There's just no more grace for you, because you're taking what others have done to you, and that's not right.
Yeah. Are we going to talk on Friday, or are we going to talk about that victim who's now turned perpetrator, or not?
If you want to, 100%, yes, my sister.
I mean, I don't mind because she was there on the thing. She
put herself out there, didn't she? She put herself right up in the chats with a bag of foolishness. So that is a victim that has become a perpetrator. Of course, we can talk about that. Because people think I'm all about the men. No, let's talk about the women as well, because there's some despicable women in our community that have got, and I kind of hold them. I'm angrier with them, with the women.
I feel angry.
They have children. They've got wombs if they haven't even got children. They're women. How can you be upholding these guys? Really Yeah, let's talk about her. Let's talk about her.
Yeah. Because I have no doubt, I'm sure she'll tune in, but I think this time she won't put her name big and bold in even with her picture. It even had she
Was
has a
there a
little
picture?
logo.
Oh my goodness. I haven't even looked back at the live.
I'll send you the screenshots.
You know what? Who knows about thank you, sis. Who knows about angel numbers? Because I'm kind of into angel numbers. You know when you keep seeing the same numbers or you see a sequence of numbers repeated. Don't know if you know about angel numbers, but I don't know if anyone noticed, but the live on Friday was 3 hours, 33 minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. I couldn't hear you properly. So significant.
I said, oh my God. Let me just share with people. The number 333 shows that your guardian angel is beside you to provide you with the strength and ability to take one step at a time while you live a stress-free life. If this number manifests, this could be a sign that joy can exist in even the worst situations. I was like, I'm done. Really?
I told you, Afua, divine intervention. I work on this. I know I'm not saying I'm glad I was abused by him. I'm not saying that, but me and you was meant to meet. And this,
nothing
that's
is without nothing. I don't believe in coincidences anyway. Do you know what I mean? Nothing is a coincidence here. And I didn't notice that. I just stopped the live because I was tired. It's when I look back at it, I went, oh, it jumped out at me, and I thought, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My son has got as well.
That's it. My son has got a tune that he wrote. He's a lyricist as well. So, and one of it is when he talks, he's got this tune. It's a brilliant tune actually, and he says, "Coincidence? Nah, that's powers, bro."
That's powers.
And it is. It's not coincidence.
Powers.
We've got it all in our mind. This is what I want to get across to people as well. It's all in. We've got the power. We're the magicians. We really are. We're the magicians of this world, and we just got to tap into.
That's another realm that we can get into because we are absolutely. I mean, look, in the ancient Egyptian scripts, whatever you want to call it, the Medunetta, the hieroglyph, or whatever, ye are all gods. But some people have taken that to an extreme where they actually believe that there is no God and they are the God. That's rubbish.
Yeah,
we are the reflection of our Creator. That's how we're God
in us. Yeah, absolutely. It's not that Christian, it's not that narrative that they sold us that we worship God. No, God is an entity, and that entity is within all of us.
We're supposed to shine that light outwards.
Yeah, that's why Kelvin could not. They do practice Obia, that family, but Obia isn't something to be scared of. It's not something to be scared of. But those that do it for evil, they can't touch people like me. They might be able to get under my skin and everything for 2 years. I'm coming out the other side.
Can't break you.
Stronger than I was when he met me. Do you know what I mean?
3 a.m. is the best time to pray. That is the angel hour for true.
It is. That's right. And then from 4 o'clock onwards, the monks, that's their meditation time. That's when you get all the downloads from the universe. That's why people say, wake up with the sun rising, give thanks to the sunset.
Because really a day is not 24 hours. A day is 12 hours. You know, it's 12 hours. Right. Yeah, because day and night is determined by the sun and the moon, and this whole Gregorian calendar has got us thinking something completely different.
Completely different, because the system, the society is tapped away and taken away our spirituality and all that hiding behind closed doors. It's been designed that way, but there's people like us.
I could end up chatting to you all night.
I know, that's it. Give me an inch, I'll take it.
When we get on talking, it just goes on and on and on. For real. I just love everybody, especially this little. I like this little cohort. I love this little intimacy that's here. Someone says, Afua, you're the 4th of July, so you have the instincts. Yeah, my birthday is is quite a number. It's like the alignment that I'm born under is kind of different still. 4th of July. There's a reason the Yankees took it as their Independence Day.
Independence Day.
There's a reason for that. You know, it comes out of Egyptian mystery schools and stuff, the 4th of July. It's that kind of day. Yes, Hurricane Toya, she will be at the march. Sister Lorraine will be at the march. I've asked her to do a keynote speech for us, and she has accepted, so she's going to be there. The Lion of Judah, you don't know my brother, my sister MG. But yeah, we got lots more to talk about. Friday, you're coming back on, aren't you, sis?
I am. So I'm back on Friday.
Fabulous. We'll talk about that as well differently, my sister, before Friday. And yeah, everyone got to their bed. Make sure you're fresh for the plantation in the morning. Yeah, because you know how it is.
See you Friday.
Plantation.
Good night.
We're going to be launching the T-shirts in the next week or so. And as those of you that joined late, members will be getting the T-shirts at a discount. So I'll be selling them for whoever else wants them. But on here, you guys are going to get them at a mate's rates. All right. And I am going to put up some posts again during this week between here and Friday. That's of interest. Somebody asked about Marcus Nasty. I've got something for you guys that's only going to be in here. It's an hour-long conversation. I'm hoping I can get it uploaded because it's quite long, between me and Marcus Nasty, which I never ever published around the time when I was talking, you know, when we were outing him and his victim came on here. I didn't out that conversation. I outed the conversation between me and his agent, but not me and him. So that's there. And I've got lots of little tidbits like that, actually, that I've never shared on the wider platform. That's going to go up this week. If you don't see it by Friday or before Friday, DM me and say, Afua, shake your menopause brain and get it on, because it would have flown out of my head with other commitments. That's what would have happened where I haven't done it. All right. So blessed love, sis. I'll catch you up.
Back to you.
Have a wonderful evening, my sister. Bless
you too. Thank you.
All right, sis.
Good night.
Good night. Yes, family. So yeah, short and sweet. I just wanted to kind of, as I said, get intimate and up close and personal with you guys. And yeah, just have a little chat. You know, this is what it's about, I guess. And I just want us to build it. I want this to be kind of person-centered in a way where we, you know, we're able to kind of build with each other. You guys throw in some suggestions. I'll take them on board. Let's build this space together. You know, I don't want to throw things at you. I just want to build it together, my people. So love you lots. Blessed love, Lioness Keats. I didn't even see you there from before. And big up all the regulars. Big up all you members. And I will see you again on Friday. Blessed love, people. Blessed love.